Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to look at Sonia G's Pro Eye Set brushes. I actually got these some time ago and sat on them, didn't make a video because I wanted to spend some time, use them, try them out, collect my thoughts, see how they compare with my existing brushes before sharing these findings or these discoveries with you. So now that I've spent a couple of weeks using them, and I've also used them to create today's look, which will be part of the demo in this video, I'm ready to share my thoughts. So with this video, I'm not going to do a detailed one-to-one comparison with her Sky Eye Set, which was the first set of brushes that I got from Sonia G. But every now and then I'll probably make a mention of them. In fact, I just wanted to show you really quickly the difference between the Sky Eye Set. The handles are blue, and then this is the Pro Set, the handles are red. And the reason why I got the Pro Eye Set is I needed more brushes. When I'm creating a look and I'm using different shades, with only one set of brushes, a total of 5, it was really easy to run into issues of, okay, well, this is clearly very red, orange, and yellow. I probably shouldn't dab it into a lighter shade. I could probably get away if I dabbed it into a darker shade to apply. I just ran out of space and ran out of options, so I needed more brushes. The other thing is I am trying to collect all of Sonia G's brushes, so it just seemed like a natural thing to do to get the Pro Eye Set. Spoiler alert, but I really enjoy using these brushes. They've given me the ability to even be more detailed and precise when I create looks, and that is always great news if you're someone who really enjoys playing with eyeshadows, especially with all kinds of colors from deep neutral all the way to the brights. And speaking of Sonia G, a couple of weeks ago, she very graciously and generously took time out of her busy schedule to watch one of my videos and give me some feedback. That video was on the Sky Face Set, and if you haven't seen it already, I will include a link above, or maybe you've seen it and you'd like to read her comment, you can also do that as well if you wish. And if you're new to the channel and you're interested to see, all the videos on brushes, Sonia G brushes, I'll try to link them throughout this video so you can have a chance to click through. Sticking with the format of my brush videos, we're gonna actually go to Beautylicious website. I'm gonna read the description of each of the brushes and hold them up to show you. I'll interject with some of my thoughts on them, and then we'll head to the demo. But if you don't want to sit through the description, I'll include timestamps below so that you can skip on ahead to the demo. A few more details on these brushes before we get into the description. Beautylish is the only official retailer selling Sonia G brushes. The brushes are all made of Saikoho goat hair, so they're natural bristles, and the handles are made of wood. They're also made in Kumano, Japan, which is where a lot of top quality brushes from all kinds of brands are made. That seems to be the place, the concentration, where the craftsmanship and the artisans are based out of. For the product description, elevate your eye makeup with these essential tools from Sonia G. The Pro Eye Set comes with 5 handcrafted brushes designed to make working with eyeshadow faster, easier, and more fun than ever before, perfect for beginners and pros alike. These best-in-class brushes help you master a variety of techniques with flawless results. First is the Pencil Pro. A smaller version of the current Pencil 2, it is densely packed to give strength yet remain super soft on the skin. The domed point sized to cover as many purposes as possible, and a list of those purposes is contouring the eyes, smoking out, intensifying the crease placement, building the outer V, intensifying and transitioning color, blending the edges, spot placing a sparkly, shimmery, or metallic shadow, smudging pencil, powders, or creams. And the Pencil Pro is actually one of the reasons why I wanted to get this set. I wanted a small domed pencil that is densely packed enough that I have a lot of precision and control when I am lining under my eyes. And today, for demonstration, I actually even winged out the eyeshadow further to show that you can basically use this, like its name implied, like a pencil. You put the color that you want on it, and then you just start drawing whatever shape you need. It's a very precision placement using the Pencil Pro. So far I really love this. I haven't tried it on creams, but I would imagine you would get similar results. Next is the Builder Pro. A flat tapered brush for packing color onto the lid and building intensity while minimizing fallout. The tapered layers, shape, and density allow great control with the placement and uniformity with the application. Some things you could do with the Builder Pro is packing color on the lid, building intensity on the outer V, diffusing and smoking out an application with the tip of the brush, softening and blending the perimeter of the crease and transition color. And for today's look, I've actually used the Builder Pro in a few of these ways. So I've used it to build intensity on the outer V, and I've packed color on the lid, the outer V, using this brush, and then softening and blending the perimeter of the crease and transition color. So with this brush, because of the tapered and general flatness of it, you can really use both sides of the brush during any look creation. So if you use one side for a deeper color, flip over to the other side. Depending on what you're trying to do, you can easily flip over to the other side and just use it for lighter colors. The great thing about a very versatile and universal shape of this type of brush is you can use it with any color placement. You could use it to put shade on your brow bone. You could blend out shade here if you wanted to. There's another brush in the Pro set that's better for doing that under the eyes, just smoking it out here. But if that's all you had, you could do it. You could use it, like the description says, as a transition color. You can use it for packing color onto the lid. Yeah, it's just very universal, the shape. And I really agree with the great control and precision they talk about in the description, because that's exactly how I felt. Because of the tapered design and the shape that it comes up to, you really get a lot of control. When you're brushing it like this to apply color, or even just like this, it's not gonna apply more color or cover more area than you intended to. And even if it did, just by a little bit, it's something you can really easily fix. And so I completely agree with that description. That has been my experience so far. Next is the Worker Pro. It is a universal eye brush designed to fit all eye sizes and shapes. Packing color on the lid, crease work, transition placement, blending, diffusing and smoking out the lash line application, brow bone application. That's exactly what I've used it for. Today, I specifically used it to place the bright yellow matte shade onto my crease, and the shape and size of the brush allow me to apply color onto the crease with enough coverage that I want for the look. So there are several crease brushes that come with the Pro set. There are actually multiple crease brushes in the Pro set, and there are crease brushes with the Sky Eye set. And so when it comes to crease work, I have a lot of different options, but I like this one when I'm going for a certain look or a certain technique and I just want more coverage in the crease with like 2 swipes. So this definitely does a good job of that. Next is the Crease Pro, a medium-sized crease brush that builds color seamlessly and blends impeccably. Its particular design allows elevated strength at the tip, offers optimum control, and minimizes fallout. Some options to use this Crease Pro with is placement of color, crease work, transitioning, blending. And this is the Crease Pro. The way that I like to use it is to wing things out, smoke things out around the crease and the outer V, just like this. The size of it is perfect, just like that. It's very light. The way that you move the color is very even as I'm blending out this way, and it doesn't move the shade in a big way or pushes it so it covers more area than you intend to. So once again, you have great control. And I think the design where these bristles are a little bit longer than what you might expect from a crease brush, and how at the top here again, it's a bit of a dome shape. At the top here, you can get really precise control. It's pretty small up at the top. And unless you're using the brush like this, you could remain very precise just using the tip of this brush. So prior to getting this crease brush along with the Worker Pro, I didn't think that you can get that precise in the crease, or that you could do so much in the crease area and that you would have a function for every crease brush. That's very specific, but now I've had that experience with these two and I've enjoyed them both. And our last brush is the Blender Pro. It's a densely packed blending brush that distributes color across the lid with a diffused finish. It's good for working base color, crease work, transitioning, and blending. This next to the Crease Pro, obviously bigger in size, and this is dyed goat hair. This is obviously undyed goat hair. There's just more area coverage. And whenever I look at a bigger version of a crease brush, even though the shape is a little bit different here, I just think of fluffing out the color. If I use it, I'm just trying to fluff out the color. And just as a quick mention, with the Sky Eye Set brush, it does come with the Sky Eye Set, a jumbo blender. So I just want to put the two quickly side by side. Totally different shapes. And you could use a jumbo blender, same way, diffuse, but the shape that you get won't be as precise. It covers more area than it does with this Blender Pro. So I found really pretty good use with this whenever I darken the outer corners and I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to diffuse that color a little bit more, give me more coverage and less intensity. I just go in with this to do that. And it does the job. And a final thought on the two brushes here. This as well is a little bit longer than what you would expect, but because of that design and this tip here, you still get a lot of control. So these are really great brushes. Like much of the Pro Eye set, I also really like the Blender Pro. Well, I'm ready to head on to the demo. I'll see you guys after.
We're going to take the Worker Pro, dip it into the bright matte yellow shade, and apply it to the crease. Then we're going to take the Builder Pro, and we're going to mix in the duochrome here that reflects purple and pink with the deep matte purple, and we're going to apply it to the outer corners of the eyes.
I just realized my mic was not turned on for the first portion. I'm so glad I caught it early. You would have noticed by now I just did a quick voiceover. Okay, so we have our crease color, we have some outer corner colors. Let's go into a transition. For transition, I'm going to use the other side of the Builder Pro, which is what I use for my outer corners, and we're gonna mix in these two metallic shades here. And we're placing that on the center of the lid and moving it lightly towards the inner corners. Taking the Crease Pro, we're going to mix in these two shades here. Both of them are metallics, but this one has more of a glitter finish, and we're just going to do a blend of the two. And we're actually adding that to below the crease and above the rest of the lid. And we're forming kind of transition between the yellow and then the gold, bronzy, and purple colors below that. And I really want the yellow to be a bit more prominent, so we're going to go back in with the Blender Pro and we're going to add yellow to the crease, and we're blending it into this kind of wing that I did with those red shades just now. Going back in with the Builder Pro, we're going to add a bit more of this matte purple here. Alright, right, I'm putting on concealer, foundation, and we'll come back for under the eyes. Go in with the Pencil Pro and adding this deep matte as a tight line under the eye. You know, I kind of last minute decided to use the Pencil Pro to add a wing here with the shadow. As I'm using it, I really enjoy this brush. I just wanted to demonstrate what you can do with it. It's like, as its name implies, it's like a pencil. So you can draw whatever you want with it and however you like, and it gives you the precision of a pencil basically. And if I were to use a brush that didn't have that kind of tip here, or if it was a little bit softer, it wouldn't give me the same kind of control and the same effect. I might have to work a little bit harder, my hand needs to be steadier. How the brush is designed, how the bristles were bound together, the shape and the density of it, it does the work for you. And so I'm basically just holding it, you know, in a comfortable way and applying the right amount of pressure and just creating a shape with it. Going back to the Crease Pro, we're actually gonna add some matte yellow. I love this bright yellow. We're gonna add it under the eyes. And since we used this brush on the red shades from the palette earlier, we're seeing some of that color come through, and that's okay. It matches what we have on top of the lids. And using Hourglass's mechanical pencil, this is in the shade brown, we're going to line the upper lash line. And for lipstick, we're going to go with Hermes Orange Boite. The finished look. I hope you found the demo helpful to illustrate the description and usage of the brushes. I will have a comparison video of the Pro Eye Set versus the Sky Eye Set coming soon, and if there's any questions you have about the brush, I'll of course try my best to answer them, but if you have any very specific questions that I might not be able to help with, you can certainly comment, make a comment on Sonia G's Instagram. She really does try her best and is very generous with her time in helping out people and answering their questions. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.